So Tyler and I are back out here a week later shooting some footage, and as you may have just seen from that little clip, we officially have a swinger. Yeah, it's a little rinky-dinky, but I don't know anyone else that's got a swinger that they're playing around with. I also have a cheap piece of Amazon steel right there. So that was a $43 piece of steel. It's 3/8 inch and it's holding up to 9mm major. I did make a little stand for it because it goes on a 2x4 post, but it's not heavy enough. So 9mm major would knock it over. Minor, it would hold up, but yeah, today we are practicing with that piece of steel and swing. I don't have anything set to trip the swinger currently, so we've just got a pull stick that's tripping it. But it's definitely something new to practice that we haven't.
Yeah, it's like the first time I've ever practiced with a swinger, ever. Like, I only shot swingers in matches, so if you want to get better at shooting swingers, you kind of have to build a little contraption like this. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, so we're going to shoot a couple different drills and things that we've never been able to practice before. I don't know anyone else that practices on a swinger, unless you're like a world-class shooter that just has access to all of those things. So it's kind of cool that I made it out of PVC. If you're interested in how I made it or some of the info for that build, drop a comment below and I might make a separate little short video on how I made it using just 2x4s and some PVC. So super easy to make. Let me know if you want to see a short video on that. But now that we have this to practice with, we're going to try a variety of things. We might try a stack on here, so no shoot, maybe just headshot only. Different ways to challenge ourselves now that we have access to a swinger.
Yeah, just going to make it really hard on ourselves, so when we find a swinger in a match, it should be easy.
Yeah, I mean, I've never practiced on a swinger either. I don't know anyone else that does. And it's like every time you get to a match, the swinger is different every single time. It feels like it's the first time I get to shoot that type of swinger, whether it be just the speed that it's running, whether it's the distance, just the level of difficulty. It seems like it changes every time. And I've never shot the same swinger speed or difficulty twice. So, or presentation, I should say. So now that we have one, we can start to set up stuff to make it a little bit more difficult. Like I said, we might try stack targets, no shoots on there, maybe headshots only, putting up barrels or other obstructions so that you can only shoot it on certain points of the swing. I know we were watching, was it Carry Optics Nationals or the IPSC Nationals in US, and they had like little Mickey Mouse. They had hard cover in front of swinging steel. That was really difficult. So we might be able to replicate some of that stuff with just the head box on the swinger. So yeah, give it a try and
let's do
see
it.
what happens. So we're going to show you some clips of what we're practicing, and we'll give you a little brief of what we're trying when we do it. So stay tuned. So on this run, the goal is going to be to pull the string to activate the swinger. 2 on the swinger, 1 on the steel, 2 on the swinger. Let's see what we can do. .428. All right, so this next one, we're going to do the same exact thing, except we are going to do headshots on the swinger. So the swinger's not that fast. I haven't played around with any of the weights yet. So we're going to try and do draw, 2 to the head, steel, 2 to the head, and see what that looks like. That last run you saw, by the way, was 3 Alpha 1 Charlie on the swinger. So pretty good time. Let's see what this looks like. And that was 637. So next stage is going to incorporate a little bit of running. So you can see we've got a stack of the stick targets. So you'll shoot 2 on the bottom, 1 on the stick, and then you'll run up to the next line, and then 2, 2, 1 on the steel. So it's a little bit of practicing getting off the start point by shooting the steel in the first round. then it's going to work on some entrance as you're running on the next position, and then you have to finish on the steel once again. So Tyler's going to be the first one up. $637. Drunk there. So in this array, we have a steel off to the far side. So it goes steel, paper, steel, paper, steel, paper. So it's focusing on those transitions. They get wider and wider. So this is an awesome drill for you to practice if you have a piece of steel. If you don't have a piece of steel, you can just set up another target and try and just shoot the head box. As you can see off to the side, our steel that we're shooting is actually really small. So having a head box off to the side may be equivalent. So let's see what we can do. So that was a rough little